What is up, guys? We're back with another video, and today we're checking out this keyboard right here, which is the Cooler Master SK630. It is one of the sexiest keyboards I've ever seen. It is a low profile 10 keyless mechanical keyboard. So let's go ahead and take a look. To start things off, this is a 10 keyless keyboard, which is basically a keyboard without the number pad. This form factor is extremely popular among gamers as well as typists. The SK630 is one of the thinnest mechanical keyboards that we've seen, being only 29.8 millimeters thick. The keyboard itself is absolutely beautiful. It has a flat brushed aluminum top plate and black chiclet style keycaps. Note that these keycaps are slightly larger than the ones you would find on a normal keyboard. While you do have a standard 10 keyless layout, there are some alternate functions along the function row of the keyboard. These are mainly for the on-the-fly controls, which will allow you to switch the lighting and set macros without going into the software. Cooler Master is making use of a floating keycap design, which I like as it allows you to better see the RGB lighting on the switches below. You'll notice that the keycaps themselves are quite thin. Along the top edge of the keyboard is where you'll find a USB Type-C connection. I love that Cooler Master has gone with a Type-C. It just makes connecting things so much easier. When it comes to switches, Cooler Master is using Cherry MX low profile mechanical key switches. These are currently only available in red and speed switches. We have the red switches, which basically have a reduced actuation point and travel distance compared to their normal red switches. Looking at the keyboard from the side, we can see that there's a very slight angle to it, but there's no further adjustment beyond this. Also, you'll see that the keycaps themselves are completely flat. When you flip the keyboard over, there are 4 small rubber feet that will keep it from moving around on your desk. Of course, a keyboard review wouldn't be complete without a typing test, so here's what the SK630 sounds like. As you may have noticed, the keyboard offers full per key RGB backlighting, which looks great and can be configured either on the fly or with Cooler Master's software. When it comes to software, Cooler Master has grouped all of their, gaming hardware software into what they're calling the Cooler Master portal. So it makes it easy to see all the devices that you have connected. We don't have all these connected, but we've used all these keyboards in the past. And it allows you to sync all of the LEDs or RGBs. So, if you have a keyboard and mouse that are both Cooler Master, you can have the same effects. Now, for our SK630, which you see right here, we would just hit start, but we already have it open. So we can go to the configuration software. And the first tab we are brought to is LED. And this is how you configure the RGB LEDs on the keyboard. We have a ton of effects, as you can see here. And then we'll just go to static for a second so we can show you that, you can set the colors quite easily right here. You can enter an RGB, or you can go ahead and just click and set it to whatever you may want. And then if we go to custom, this allows you to fully do per key RGB, as we said. So you can set up, for a certain game, or you just want a certain design, you can go ahead and easily do that. When it comes to effects, so we'll go to a rainbow wave. When it comes to effects, you can set the speed over here. So this is what this S means, that's for speed. And then you can select like the direction. So certain effects will have different directions. So you can go ahead and set the direction. So the RGB controls are super simple. Now, when it comes to macros, it's really easy. So we'll go on create macro, and we'll just name it macro 1. And we hit save right there. And we go to record. So all we have to do is record our macro. So we'll record TIL905, and we stop recording, and there's our macro, and you can see the delays and stuff like that. You can also hold loop and toggle loops, and then you can just easily assign that macro. So you just hit this and then press any key, and it will easily assign your macro. Again, super simple to do, and you can save a ton of macros here. Key map. This gives you a full layout of your keys, and you can easily reassign a key. So all of the keys right now are currently available to be reassigned. So if we hit one, we can press any key to reassign it. So you can remap to any other key on the keyboard, or you can fully disable the key. One thing that I've talked about in Cooler Master reviews when it comes to their keyboards is I would like to see an ability to remap a key to open a program, to run a Windows command, like, change your desktop or something like that. Or do a shortcut. It's just a little limited right here, but this allows you to fully remap the key to another key on the keyboard. And then profiles, you have up to 4 profiles you can save and load or restore to default. So that is the software. Super, super easy to use. All right, guys, so at the end of the day, I really like the SK630. One, it is one of the sexiest keyboards, as I said, that I've ever seen. If you're somebody who loves your setup, this keyboard's going to complete it. Every time I have this sitting on my desk, I really just love it. I love the way it looks. It just completes that whole setup. The low profile design looks amazing. So just on pure looks, this keyboard is amazing. The RGB lighting, as you can see, is great as well. So you have all of that. But from a comfort standpoint, when it comes to typing, this keyboard is really, really good. There's absolutely no flex in this keyboard. You can kind of get into the groove. I always say that when I talk about keyboards, like if I'm typing really fast, I'm in the groove, I'm typing really fast, and you can do that on this keyboard as well. These are mechanical key switches. So a lot of people, when they see this chiclet style design, that's the kind of square design on the keycap, they think of like a laptop keyboard. And a lot of people have asked me since we posted our written review if this feels like a laptop keyboard, and no, it does not. It's not designed to feel like a laptop keyboard at all. It's just not. So if you're looking for that laptop keyboard feel, this is not that, but I think this is 10 times better. Mechanical key switches are better than a scissor switch or any other type of switch, and these are Cherry MX low profile switches, which feel really, really great. So for programming and typing, this is an amazing keyboard. Now, when it comes to gaming, I gamed on this for a few weeks, and it's just not my cup of tea. Gaming keyboards are designed specifically for gaming. And this keyboard is not designed specifically for gaming. I really like that Cooler Master didn't call this a gaming keyboard because I don't feel that it is. One, that the angle of the keyboard, there's no more height adjustment. So most gaming keyboards, they give you that extra height adjustment. So it was a little weird getting used to this keyboard when it comes to gaming. Also, the keycaps are completely flat. When it comes to most gaming keyboards, all of the keycaps are at different heights, and they kind of like have a little groove in them for your fingers to sit, and these are completely flat. So when I was gaming, I felt that my fingers were slipping off and hitting other keys by accident, and that really affects your gameplay. So I would say this isn't a full blown gaming keyboard, and Cooler Master has a bunch of great 10 keyless gaming keyboards. So if you're looking at this purely for gaming, I wouldn't get it for that, but this is just a great all-around keyboard. It's something that is amazing for typing, amazing for programming. You can game on it, but if you're really competitive, I wouldn't suggest it. But it's an awesome keyboard. It's priced really great as well. We'll have a link below where you can go ahead and pick this keyboard up. One thing I also wanted to mention about this is that they're using a Type-C connector right here on the USB. Just makes it so easy to connect and disconnect the cable. You don't have to worry about it, and the cable's high quality and it's removable. So if you're traveling with this, it's just so much easier. And if you're not a fan of 10 keyless, they do have a full 104 key layout as well. We'll have a link below to check that one out too. And of course, we will have our link below to our full written review on thinkcomputers.org. So definitely go ahead and check that out, guys. We're gonna end it here. If you enjoyed this video, we would appreciate it if you hit that thumbs up. And if you enjoy our tech content, go ahead and subscribe. Till next time, catch you guys later.